Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be diving into a landmark case that forever changed how India deals with sexual harassment in workplace. So this is one of the most influential cases in Indian legal history. Vishakha versus State of Rajasthan, as you can see on your screen. So this landmark case had a profound impact on women's right and workplace safety in India. So the story begins in Rajasthan with Banwari Devi, a social worker dedicated to preventing child marriage. So her work, however, it faced fierce opposition from local upper caste communities. So in 1992, as a brutal act of retaliation, she was gang raped by a group of men from the very community she was working to reform. So the legal proceeding that followed at that time were very slow and ineffective. So this incident highlighted a glaring gap in Indian law, which is a clear lack of guidelines on how to handle sexual harassment. So in response to this void, a group of women rights organization, including Vishakha, they filed a public interest litigation in Supreme Court. So the goal basically was to establish legal guidelines for preventing and addressing sexual harassment in workplace. So these are the facts that I have explained to you. Now we'll be talking about the issues, and as you can see that this case is in Indian Kanun, and there are parameters where you can just click on it and you can read. So here I'll be discussing about issues now. So the major issues here were that at the time the Indian Penal Code had sections dealing with crimes like assault or indecent behavior, but there were no comprehensive framework for workplace harassment. So the petitioner also argued that Banwari Devi's fundamental rights were violated. This is another issue. And the fundamental rights were particularly Article 14, 19, and 21 of Indian Constitution. These articles cover right to equality, right to work with dignity, and the right to life. And now we'll be talking about the judgment. So this is analysis of law. And here we can see the precedent analysis. So we'll talk about the judgment here. So on 13th August 1997, the Supreme Court delivered a historic judgment recognizing the absence of advocate legal provision. Now, the court laid down what came to be known as the Vishakha guidelines. These guidelines were framed as a stopgap measure to prevent sexual harassment in workplace. So here I'll be talking about the breakdown of the Vishakha guidelines, which became a crucial framework for workplace safety until the enactment of any specific legislation on that. So these guidelines talked about the definition of sexual harassment. The court defined sexual harassment for the first time in India through this case. So these guidelines they covered not just physical harassment but also verbal and non-verbal conduct of sexual nature. They also talked about employers' responsibility. So employers were held responsible for providing a safe working environment, and they were required to take immediate action if a complaint of sexual harassment was made. Then there was a complaint committee. So these guidelines is mandated the formation of a complaints committee in workplace. So this included a third party representative to prevent any undue influence or undue advantage. So this judgment didn't just stop at laying down these guidelines. The court directed that these guidelines should be followed until parliament enacted proper legislation on this matter. So, in the judgment, the Supreme Court emphasized the importance of a gender sensitive approach. So, the court had stated that the issue of sexual harassment at workplace is a violation of fundamental rights of women and it cannot be ignored. So, this powerful statement underlined the court's commitment to safeguarding women's rights and ensuring a safe and respectful workplace. So, then we'll be talking about impact. So these guidelines were revolutionary and they remained in force for over a decade until 2013. Now 2013 year is very important because this is where the Indian government had passed the Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act, known as POSH Act. So this act is essentially the legislative embodiment of Vishakha guidelines. Now we'll talk about how this act had reflected the Vishakha judgment. So it legally mandated that internal complaint committee in workplace should be there with more than 10 employees. Then it also included the same broad definition of sexual harassment which was laid down in the Vishakha case. It also provided a clear mechanism of filing complaint and ensured penalties for non-compliance. Then, so basically, we can say that this case is a textbook example of how judicial activism can pave the way for new laws. It also demonstrated that judiciary can sometimes step in to fill gaps in legislations and protect fundamental rights when legislative framework is lacking. Now we will talk about conclusion. So here I have switched it on for the conclusion part. So here, conclusion, we can say that Vishakha versus State of Rajasthan, this case was a very pivotal movement in Indian legal history. It not only recognized sexual harassment as a violation of fundamental rights, but it also empowered women by providing a legal framework for their protection in workplace. So even today, the principles set by Vishakha resonate through the POSH Act of 2013. So this case was more than just a legal battle. It was a movement that highlighted the need for systematic change. So Banwari Devi's bravery and the tireless effort of activists led to a significant shift in Indian legal history, underscoring the power of collective action in pursuit of justice. As we know that nowadays so many crimes against women has risen, so it is important for every person, a law student or a layman person, to know about this case, because through this case only the POSH Act came, and POSH Act is very important. So, thank you for joining me in exploring this landmark case. If you found this insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in depth analysis of important legal issue. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.